If you want a healthier gut, stop spending money on probiotic pills and start eating lentils, beans, and chickpeas. That's the $2 secret most supplement companies won't emphasize. The truth is simple. Most probiotic bacteria you swallow don't permanently move in, many of them pass through. But the trillions of bacteria already living inside your gut, they're waiting to be fed. And what they're starving for isn't expensive. It's fiber, especially the kind found in legumes, oats, onions, garlic, slightly green bananas, and even cooked then cooled rice or potatoes. After 15 years working in emergency medicine, one quiet pattern kept showing up again and again. Digestion issues were rarely just about digestion. Mood problems, weak immunity, stubborn inflammation, so often the root traced back to the gut. We've been taught to think of the gut like a simple tube. Food goes in, waste comes out. But that picture is wrong. Your gut is more like a garden. And before I show you how to fix that garden, quick check. If you appreciate practical, science-based health advice without the hype, make sure you're subscribed. A surprising number of regular viewers aren't, and it takes just 2 seconds. It helps this channel reach more people who are tired of gimmicks and just want what actually works. Trillions of bacteria live there, your microbiome, and like any garden, what matters isn't how many new seeds you throw on top. What matters is whether the soil is fertile enough for what's already planted to grow. Probiotic pills are like scattering extra seeds. Fiber is the fertilizer. And here's what research keeps showing. Over 90% of adults don't eat enough fiber. Studies presented at major nutrition conferences and published in journals like the American Journal of Lifestyle Medicine estimate that roughly 95% of people fall short of recommended intake. The average adult eats about 15 grams a day, when most women need around 25 grams, and many men closer to 38 grams. That's not a small gap. That's an underfed ecosystem. When your good gut bacteria finally get the fiber they've been waiting for, they ferment it and produce powerful compounds called short-chain fatty acids, especially one called butyrate. Research published in journals like Frontiers in Immunology shows that the cells lining your colon get a majority of their energy, over 70%, from butyrate. Think about that. The protective lining of your gut is literally powered by a substance created when bacteria eat fiber. When fiber intake drops, that fuel supply drops, the lining weakens, the tight seals between cells loosen, and that's when irritation and low-grade inflammation can creep in. I've seen patients chase supplements for years while ignoring the one thing their gut bacteria truly depend on: consistent, diverse plant fiber. A well-fed gut doesn't just improve digestion, it supports immune balance, helps regulate inflammation, and even influences mood. This isn't a slogan, it's physiology. So here's the practical plan. Add 1 serving of legumes most days, lentils in soup, chickpeas on a salad, black beans with dinner. Keep it consistent. Next, increase diversity. Large microbiome studies like the American Gut Project found that people who ate 30 or more different plant foods per week had significantly more diverse gut bacteria than those who ate 10 or fewer. Not 30 servings a day, 30 different plants across the week. Herbs, spices, nuts, seeds, grains, fruits, and vegetables all count. Different fibers feed different species. A diverse plate builds a resilient gut. Now here's the kitchen upgrade. When you cook rice or potatoes, cool them before eating. Cooling transforms some of the starch into resistant starch, a form your bacteria can ferment into more butyrate. Studies in peer-reviewed journals have shown that cooked and cooled rice can contain significantly more resistant starch than freshly cooked rice, and gentle reheating keeps most of that benefit. Leftovers aren't a downgrade, they may be the upgrade. Avoid 4 common mistakes: relying on probiotic capsules while ignoring fiber, eating the same healthy foods daily, increasing fiber too fast and quitting because of bloating, and overconsuming ultra-processed foods that disrupt the microbiome. Research published in journals like Nature and Gastroenterology has shown certain emulsifiers can negatively affect gut bacteria and reduce beneficial compounds like butyrate. If you experience severe symptoms, persistent pain, blood in stool, unexplained weight loss, see a doctor. This supports health. It doesn't replace medical care. But for most people, better gut health isn't expensive or complicated. It starts with feeding what's already inside you. Cook lentils, cool your rice, add variety, nourish your internal garden.